Philosopher's Index is a database that brings up journal articles in philosophy. In this case, we're looking at free will and determinism, and we've got 1,374 results here. And you can see the results down below. But that's an awful lot of results to filter through, so why don't we just limit that a little bit using the filters option. And when you do that, you have a number of limiters here that can enable you to reduce the results and yet make them more relevant. We could choose one of these up here, but let's just move down a little bit further and choose some more specific kinds of things. In this case, source types, we can choose academic journals. That'll cut the number by about 300. And under subject, which is particularly important, subjects are what the article is actually about rather than just what terminology and a title might say. And so we can choose free will as a subject, determinism as a subject, but we can also narrow our focus a little bit. We've got compatibilism here, which is the view that free will and determinism are or can be seen to be compatible with one another. And so that would narrow our focus a little more dramatically. We can also choose language and select a particular language you're interested in. In this case, I'll just choose English and click on apply. So now we only have 788, so we've cut it really almost in half, and we've got fewer results, and they're a little more focused because now we've got compatibilism as part of the subject. What do we do with these results? Well, we can take a look at access. Access is under each citation, so you can see access options. In this first one, we've got PDF, so you can just download the PDF right there, and there it is. For some of them, the access is not as handy. This one says check Google Scholar for full text, which may exist there or may not. So we might not actually have this article in full text. This one here, access options, again, is PDF. Sometimes it might be another database. Let's take a look here. And full text from JSTOR, which is another database, but if you click on that, it'll take you to that database. All of our databases are linked together with this search. Now, what do you actually do with the results, the citations? Well, let's select a few of them. Just going to take, say, 3 of these that we're particularly interested in. And you notice when we do that, a new row of ribbons up here opens, and you have a download link. Don't use that because it'll only download the description. It won't download the full text. You need this bar here or another option to do that. You can save the citations. Where would you save them? Well, up here you have something called My EBSCO. And this is an account that you can create yourself. Just go into it, create an account. And then if you sign in, you can save to My EBSCO. And it's kind of like your own folder system up there. Add to project. You can create projects or individual folders for particular things that you're working on up here, and then save it there. Share, you can share in a number of different ways, mostly just, different kinds of things like Google Drive or whatever. You can send your citations by email if you don't happen to be working on your own computer, so you can share things. This one here, cite, is particularly important though, because you can create a citation in your own format. So let's say we choose APA in this case, probably not good for philosophy, but you could choose another format if you want. It has a citation here that is formatted in that particular format. And down below it says there are 2 more. So if you copy this, you'll have 3 citations actually in proper format, whatever the format happens to be. If you chose Chicago, it would be a slightly different kind of format. You can copy those to a clipboard and then just paste them into a document, and you've got them. If you want to get a little more adventurous, you can actually export your citation here to a bibliographic manager. We use EndNote Web. If you're not sure about that, then you can leave that part out. Okay, so we've got the 788 results. I'm going to just turn this off for a second. And what if you just want to work with an individual article? You can click on the title to get a better description of the article. You can get an abstract, summary, and a bunch of other information. Or you can click over here on those three bars. You can create a citation just to this article. You can download this article, which is equivalent to the access options here. You can add it to a project or share it. And so this is kind of just works with that individual article rather than with everything else. And so Philosopher's Index is a handy tool for finding journal articles. If you want to get more adventurous, you can go into advanced search, which will enable you to construct a search in a broader way. You can also use natural language searching, which will enable you to throw a phrase, a sentence, a question into the search box, and it will use some AI to try to find you results, so you can experiment with that as well.